Every summer, visitors flock to the northwestern part of Pennsylvania to Lake Erie to swim, boat, fish, or sightsee. This summer, the lake will have a different kind of visitor, a survey ship operated by the National Oceanic and Atmospheric Administration, collecting data about what lies below the water for a long overdue update to Great Lakes nautical charts. In early April, the ship Thomas Jefferson, 208 feet long with a crew of 35 officers, engineers, scientists, and support staff, left the NOAA Marine Operations Center in Norfolk, Virginia, bound for the Great Lakes via the Gulf of St. Louis and the St. Lawrence River. Navigating the St. Lawrence Seaway system required multiple locks, including 7 to transit the Montreal to Lake Ontario section of the Seaway, then 8 more to get from Lake Ontario to Lake Erie. The destination was Cleveland, Ohio. The total trip length about 2,500 miles with a total lift of about 570 feet above sea level. This is the first time a NOAA survey ship has been to the Great Lakes since the early 1990s. Though the lakes annually carry billions of dollars of cargo to and from the Atlantic, have about 10,000 miles of coast, and are home to a $7 billion fishing industry, much of the data on nautical charts of the lakes is more than 50 years old, and less than 15% of the lakes is mapped using modern technology, which has come a long way since the days when lead weights on a rope were used to determine depth, an imperfect method for finding the shallowest points. The Thomas Jefferson will use bottom and side scanning sonar to map the lake bed in 3 dimensions, and the ship even carries smaller vessels with their own sonar to deploy to widen the survey and get into shallower areas. Some of the high traffic regions that the Thomas Jefferson will map include the approaches to Cleveland, one of the largest ports on the lakes, and in the top 50 in the U.S., with roughly 13 million tons of cargo passing through its harbor each year. They will also survey around Kelly's Island and South Bass Island, popular tourist destinations in western Lake Erie, and around Presque Isle State Park, a 3,200-acre sandy peninsula that arches into Lake Erie and is essentially Pennsylvania's only seashore. In addition, the entire 28-mile stretch of the Detroit River between Lake St. Clair and Lake Erie, which handles about 1,500 transits and 80 million tons of cargo annually, will be surveyed. And NOAA will also carefully map 2 regions that are home to numerous historic shipwrecks: the Wisconsin Shipwreck Coast National Marine Sanctuary in western Lake Michigan and the Thunder Bay National Marine Sanctuary in western Lake Huron. The Thomas Jefferson has already begun its work, which is scheduled to wrap up in late September. Stay tuned. Our extended forecast is next.